Alright, so I guess we can see the map, so that means the stream is going. Um, Looks like a fairly elaborate mission, but really what I want to do is test the BL755 and SAMP-250 bombs in a combat situation with the F-4E from Germany. And so let's join the Blue Coalition. Take this plane here, so we're at Sukhumi, and we're going to go bomb some targets in that area here. Oh, it's interesting, my lines for the border didn't show up, so I'll have to go play with that later in the editor, which is not a big deal. So let's go briefing. As I said, we have these bombs we want to target. We're going to go hit some BTR vehicles at waypoint 2. And so I'm going to hit fly. It's early morning, as you can see from the light conditions. Oops. Yeah. Let's go back to, let's say, outside view. Go with this here. So this is my plane. I took it because it's got Garfield on it. And I kind of like the somewhat high visibility it has. And so I'm going to be taking off from this airfield. There's a fuel truck going by. So I'm going to plug and plug my track IR because it wasn't activated. There we go. Alright. So that should work. Gonna set this in AG. I think we'll start with the outside bombs, the clusters. So this, we have 4 of them. I think we'll make the spacing 0.8. Bombs, we're gonna go dive toss. Let's arm the bombs. Could maybe arm the gun as well. Go to our bombing table. DT. Is it that the bomb is so new that it's not in the list? Okay, well, I'll guess that it's similar to CBU 87 in terms of size and whatever else. Here we said that our target altitude is about 195. Probably gonna dive at about 30, so let's tell that to Jester.
Alrighty.
And here we're gonna set our spacing to that.
Alrighty. Yes, sir.
And so I want to check because I think there is another F4 that's gonna taxi. I think I'll try to get on the taxiway before him.
Okay, here we go. Don't fuck it up.
It's very sunny.
We doing some trench running on this flight?
It's possible.
So how low are we going? Roger.
Check the mirrors as I turn to see if we see the other F4. don't see much actually in those mirrors. I wonder if we're gonna have the sun right in our face and the angle that we're coming into the targets. It's my first attempt with these munitions and this mission, so we'll see how things go. That's the other F4 we see there in the distance. Let's see, where is he? Yeah, he's coming along. What I'm thinking is we'll accompany him to the target. It's gonna be less lonely for him and for us. I've also put the mission in a multiplayer server because I've put some dynamic spawns, so I could respawn here and take another loadout.
Airspeed off the peg. 80 knots. There's 100.
There's our friend there.
Heads up, nails. 6 o'clock. Gears moving. And nails. 12 o'clock. Blast up.
Okay, so the gear. I had the key in the wrong position.
Gear up.
I played with it a bit too much and then it went back down. Okay.
Okay, we've got mud. 2 o'clock. SA2. Looks like we've got some traffic at 5 o'clock.
See the friendly there.
Miles to the identification point.
Okay, I had put an F4 that would try to do the seed on an SA8, and it looks like he got killed by the SA8, so never trust a
Heads up,
do the job.
traffic at 12 o'clock.
So our friend is coming on the runway. I don't often practice flying in formation, so we'll try to see if that's going to be fun. So this is armed, this is good. Alright, there he goes.
Looks like we've got some traffic at hour 11.
See some high-flying planes. That's probably the AWACS and its escorts.
Heads up, traffic at 4 o'clock.
We're right with you, Ford. Oh, so you're going to go explore the clouds? You have fun with that. We're gonna head straight for our targets then. Because of the SA2 as well, I might fly low for a little while.
15 miles to IP.
To see if we can still see our friend, but doesn't really matter much. Here he is. He's going to be striking a building close to our targets. He's there for decoration.
And there's 10 miles to the identification point.
I think there's an A-10 as well on our side flying with us. There it is. That's our friend with the bombs, and that's us. How far are we from the IP? 6 miles.
Five miles to IP.
So I'm gonna bring it down to 5,000. And then what I'll do is I'll do a pop-up when we get close to the target. Because these bombs, it's
2 miles to IP.
clusters, so you want them to be able to open up. So you have to drop them from, I would guess, fairly high. And since we're doing a dive toss, it's the best way to go about it.
Steering updated to the target point. We have a friendly Warthog, 4 o'clock, 4 miles.
Oh, we see that there's an enemy in the air too. And this guy. Ah, I went past the A-10. Wanted to have a general idea of what altitude he was at.
10 miles to the target.
Ahead of us we can see those fires. Our targets are about here to the left of the fires. So let's climb. And then we'll dive on the targets. We're lucky to have like a little bit of a break in the clouds. Ooh, and the sun is right there. Well, so much for that break in the clouds.
5 miles to the target.
Important to spot our fires. There they are. That's our angle. Seems pretty decent. Okay. I see the targets.
Captured.
Bombs away. Let's see what those cluster munitions do.
Steering to next turn point is in.
Oh, they fell short by quite a lot. Okay. So I was trying to drop them from pretty high and they fell short.
We've got a friendly. 1 o'clock. 3 miles.
Okay, so I'm gonna change.
Mud, 6 o'clock. SA2.
They probably don't have the SAMP, but they have the Mark 83s. Yes. Same type of weight. Let's hope that this is gonna work a little bit better.
You got it. Yes, sir.
So we do have some SA2s and an SA8 active in the back. Now we're gonna have to go back to our target point. Could you please work? There we go.
Copy. Got good steering to the target.
I'm gonna wait a little longer before I release this time because I don't want to fall too short.
Mud on our nose, 12 o'clock. SA3. Miles to target. Captured. There's 2 miles to the target.
And of course, I didn't select
my
next weapons, which were the center ones. Silly me. I'm gonna climb. You can see some flak bursts. Angels 9, that's good. Turn it upside down. And now we dive. Where did our targets go? There they are.
Nails, 7 o'clock. And nails, 8 o'clock. I'm captured.
Bombs away. That was probably super horrible. I know, I actually hit them. Very good. Okay. It was a bit of a hot dog bombing, I guess. Just gonna test my gun here. Working. I'll do like a quick pass with the gun. There we go. Doesn't look like there's much left, so those big bombs did a pretty good job. Just 3 of them took care of most of the targets. I think I see one smoking, so we'll try to see what we can do about him and as we avoid the AAA. Oh, that's really off. There we go. I think I saw a truck in the edge of the woods. Alright, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna just reload the mission so that I can drop the cluster munitions, because I saw that these SAMP bombs work pretty well, but I wanted to test the cluster ones, so we'll just escape here. We're gonna go to select role, and in here we can just reload the same mission. There we go, there we go. And since we're doing tests for my bombing table on this one, I'll try to see if I can put the Mark 20 instead. Maybe it has a, I don't know, a more similar spread, or we're just testing things here. So let's unpause. We'll set, I'll probably even set like a bigger interval because the bombs fell pretty close together, so we'll go at 0.2. And so we'll start with those on that. This is good. We want to go to dive toss bombs, and we want to drop 4. Alright, or maybe 2. Let's try 2. That way I can drop bombs twice. And so that's not what I want. I want bombing table, dive toss. Go with Mark 20 instead of CBU 87. 430 here. We'll put release altitude of about 2,000 as we see a friendly helicopter fly by. Target altitude is 195. Dive angle will be something around 25. So let's tell that to Chester. And here we're gonna say we're at 20. Tell Chester. And so let's taxi.
This is the best job in the world. Let's do it.
You think so? I think I agree with you for once. Let's taxi like we did before. This time we won't wait for the other dude. We'll just go fly directly to the targets.
Just to double check, are we hitting the deck on this one?
Possibly.
Oh dear. How low? Roger.
Now, one of the things we saw in my previous attempt is that there were some enemy planes in the air. So if I am able to do all my ground targets fairly well, I might just stick around the front line just to see if I can intercept some of the bandits. Speaking of that, you want to turn this on if you're going to use sparrows. Checking all my arming mechanisms. So many things to make sure of. When we went for the SAMPs the first time, we forgot to select them. So that's a wasted pass over enemy territory where they've got AAA and people with guns shooting at you. Oh, so the hog is engaging armor.
80 knots. 100 knots. And nails. Oh, I'm showing nails. 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Just make sure the gears come out. This last time we had a bit of an issue with that. Alright.
Looking like traffic at our 2 o'clock.
Such a cool looking plane.
Oh, we got mud, 1 o'clock. SA2. Heads up, we've got traffic at 1 o'clock. 15 miles to the identification point. We've got nails, 1 o'clock.
Okay, that's probably what's making my plane turn a bit. There we go. So
10 miles to the identification point.
10 miles. It's not a very long flight, fortunately, so if we need to practice it many times, we can do it without too much of a long flight. So we see that there is an SA2 looking for us, but it's still pretty far, I'm pretty sure. So the A-10 got a BRDM-2, which is one of the targets I had assigned to it.
5 miles to IP. Okay, we've got mud, 2 o'clock. SA3.
He's getting shot at by some AAA.
2 miles to the identification point. Heads up traffic at 4 o'clock.
Oh, that's our wild weasel who just got shot down.
Singer, 1 o'clock. SA2.
Okay, SA2's shooting at us now, so let's go
You've got good
visit the
steering to the
ground.
target point.
Thank you, that. I think we have an ECM pod, right? No, we don't. Okay. I was gonna say, we could ask Jester to activate it. I've never really played with that much, but... Alright.
10 miles to the target.
So let's climb. You can see the smoke there from the ground targets that have been hit. So which one is our target? I think it's in that area. There it is. Got it. speed, 500.
5 miles to target. We have a friendly Warthog, 1 o'clock, 3 miles. Captured. 2 miles to the target.
Let's wait a little more.
Steering updated to next turn point.
Let's see how that hits. It still went not super precise, but this time it went long, so. Is there anything that caught fire out of all that? Not much. Okay.
Captured.
Bombs away. Ah, that looks a little bit better. Oh, and that's the A-10 flying by. Yeah. Oh, I think he's shooting at the AAA. Yeah, he got it. That's nice. Alright. We still have bombs to drop, so we're going to switch to the center line. We're going to change our bombing table to the Mark 83s, because that worked well earlier. This looks pretty good. And in terms of my spacing, I'm going to reduce that.
Okay.
To Chester. Reduce it to 10.
Okay.
The problem is that I'm gonna need some navigation. So please go to target.
Roger. Steering to target turn point is in.
Okay, there
5
it is.
miles to the target.
I'm gonna go high, and then I'm gonna dive. I usually don't do it like that, but I was pretty close to do an offset, so let's try this.
2 miles to the target. Captured.
Bombs
Steering
away.
updated to next turn point.
Oh, that was very precise. And I still have one bomb.
We've got a friendly, 11 o'clock, 4 miles. Nails, 8 o'clock.
There's not much left, but let's try
Captured.
that. Kaboom. So I think that covers that. So I'm gonna head back towards the base. And then I'm gonna try to get on channel 2 and ask the AWACS for some bogey dope. Autopilot on. Channel. There we go. Let's see if that works.
Magic 1-1 in field 4. Request bogey dope.
He tells me we're clean. There's an Su-25 right there. Are they blind? Well, he's flying low, so maybe they don't see him. Alright, so I'm gonna try to get myself a bearing somewhere like 105, something like that. Okay. Autopilot off.
And captured? No, I can't do that.
Okay. Trying to remember how to tell him to start a search. Scan type 25 wide.
Read that. Heads up, nails, 5 o'clock. And nails, 5 o'clock. We have a friendly, 2 o'clock, 5 miles.
We're like 17 miles from DSU.
Copy that. And captured.
Are we in range? Let's try it. I think this has to be on off. It's not working.
Unable. We've got a bandit. Su-25, 12 o'clock, 4 miles.
We'll lock him up.
Not able.
Okay then. We'll look for him. Is that the sun or is that a plane? I don't see a plane, so I'm guessing it's the sun. Yeah, he's behind me.
Managing 1-1 in field 4. Request bogey help.
309. Fox 2.
Okay, got a new bogey. Left 20 degrees, 5 miles.
Okay, see him now.
T-Pain, I'm getting IFF returns on this one. We have a friendly Warthog, 11 o'clock, 4 miles.
Okay, he had already ejected, but I'm practicing, so let's see if the missile hits. Yeah, it did. We got him. There's a good shoot right there. He's down. He's not gonna bother our friendlies in the area. Let's collect guns or radar. Oh, and we're at our targets. So maybe we could use the guns in air-to-ground mode. But I think I'm pretty much out of targets there, so let's see if we can visually spot one of the AAAs or whoever's trying to shoot us down.
Okay, Mud, 9 o'clock. SA3.
So the A-10 had shot something here, but I don't know if he got everything. Yeah, it looks like these are destroyed. Is there anything else shooting at us? Oh, the A-10 is attacking stuff. Let's check F-10, it's going to be a bit easier to target. Oh, there's trucks in front of us there, and there's a AAA, yeah, S60. Let's try that. We'll climb. He's probably going to want to shoot us. And then we'll dive for him. Seemed like he was pretty close to the river, but close. Where are you hiding? There he is. did here. And I managed to hit him. No, he's still shooting. But we know where he is. Was hoping to get the truck too, but it's really the AAA that counts.
Okay, we've got Mud, 2 o'clock. Hawk and Mud, 2 o'clock. Hawk.
Hawks are friendlies. Okay, I do still have quite a few rounds, so I'm gonna try to go get that truck and then we'll head home. Got him. And we got the infantry guy next to him. And let's zoom out. Yeah, that sector is clear. And so I'm low on fuel, so let's head home.
We have a friendly, 12 o'clock, 4 miles.
We're supposed to have lines that show the front line. It's kind of obvious where the blue and red are, but it would have been nice to see those lines. So I'll have to change that in the editor. But I guess we've had an interesting mission there. Oh, there's something shooting up in the air.
Mud, 3 o'clock. AAA.
Somebody's shooting at someone. Oh. I thought I saw a new event. But there is something on fire there. Is it? Oh yeah, it's a MiG. Do we want to go try for a MiG? Let's see if we can do a hit and run. Switch to heaters.
We have a friendly, Warthog, 1 o'clock, 5 miles.
Okay, he's almost north.
How's our fuel state?
It's low. Come on.
Roger, where do you want to go?
Oh, is that our MiG?
We've got a bandit, 6 bed,
Yeah,
12 o'clock, 2 miles.
He's already ejected, so we won't waste the missile anyway. Like I said, we're out of fuel. see our airfield right here.
We have a new bogey, right 5, 19 miles, 900 feet.
Oh, new bogey.
No IFF on this one. Target is hostile.
I don't know who he sees as a hostile, but maybe it's the helicopter that flies around our airbase. I doubt that the UH-1H has a IFF system on it. So Ford was able to do his mission and
Alright,
survive.
next turn point is in.
And the next turn point is the airfield, and then it's 10 miles out, so let's slow down. Now talk about some air brakes that'll make you slow down dramatically.
How's our fuel state?
Very good. We're there.
Alrighty, gear, flaps, pressure, warning lights, anti-skid.
Looking good.
We've got traffic at our 12 o'clock. 1,000.
So we're almost at the base. Now one thing I wanted to apologize is if you hear scratching noises like that once in a while in the microphone, it's probably because of my Robin Olds mustache. So very sorry about that.
Oh, I'm showing nails 11 o'clock. And nails 11 o'clock.
I hope you didn't take that last comment too seriously, because I've never been able to wear a very long mustache for very long. So I do have a mustache, but I tend to trim it a lot. It's not as
100.
furry as Robin Olds, let's just put it like that. Alright, let's try to make this a nice one. Oops. There we go. That's gonna make a nice screenshot right there with the helicopter. We'll choose the best angle. With the hawk sight there in the background. It's funny how the fuel truck, no snow at all on it, but the truck next to it is filled with snow. I'm guessing it's because the fuel truck moves a lot and the other truck has been parked there for a while, at least since the last snowstorm. Alright, so we started out in the first little shelter here. You can see they're all numbered. So I'm gonna go to park right back in. How does that look? Maybe a few feet further because the tail is still out. And that'll do. So here, visor up, sunglasses on. As you can see here. Alright. Let's do our usual lazy shutdown.
Roger. Will chocks are in.
Enfield 4, Magic 1-1, Bra 108.
You can see a little Humvee patrolling in the background. Go to the airfield here, just for fun as we wait. That's the guy that's just patrolling close to us there. And another screenshot, just because I kind of like the looks of this. I sort of noticed when we were in flight at one point that our flight suits were orange. So I guess because it's snowing and everything, if you eject in the snow, they'll find you much more easily with an orange flight suit like this. Although this might be that the livery that I have is more for air shows than for operations. Let's look at who else is there. Oh, there's another bad guy there. This guy has come back to base to land. Gives you a chance to see, like I built like an extra little area here where there's like tents and barracks buildings and things like that for our troops. And I built some extra walls, parked some C-130s, some more walls here, some walls there too. Another parked F-4 here. So if I go back to our own plane, oh, that's the A-10. I guess he's can't come back as well. He got quite a few holes in him. Glad he made it back. That's our patrolling helicopter, and that's us. So I think if I hit Shift H, we remove the helmets and we put the little ribbons where we need to. And that's going to conclude our flight, so I hope you enjoyed. It was kind of fun testing these weapons. At first we didn't get too much luck with the BL755s, but second time around we did pretty well with them. And so it's just weapons that they've come up with for the German planes. I guess they were part of the inventory, so if it's available in real life, it should be available in the sim. So again, I hope you enjoyed.